Hello, I'm Timothy Kynes, your host, here to introduce a really awesome mentor of mine and the mentor of social media optimizing content, the course. I would like you to meet Smock, social media octo content, social media optimizing content. It's Smock the octopus. And with that said, I don't want to waste too much time because my mentor here, who is going to take it over from here, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Mark Lalone. Take it away, Mark.
Hey guys, what's up? We did it. Session number one. Juan, come on in. We're good. I mean, we don't have to wait much. These are, in fact, the closed the Boom Squad meetings. Oh, finally. I'm not even going to be on social media, guys. I'm not. This is all I'm focusing on. It's almost like I got a good job. It's true. It's like I got the job. I don't have to, I kind of separated myself from admin tasks. We've got the webinar software down. We should be good. What a journey it's been. We're going to cut to the chase on these. You guys okay with that? You guys okay with going? Yeah, we can chat. We can hang out, but let's do that at the end, okay? I'm going to be very ramble free because you're in it to win it already. I don't have to sell you on anything. We're going to be working now, okay? Now it's hardcore work, okay? We sharpened our axe. We're sharpening our axe, but we got to work. We got to work. Today, day number 1, guys, I'm going to go through it real quick. We're going to create the content that we will, you know what, I should roll that clip. It's okay, there won't be many rolled clips, but we're going to create content today. We're going to create content, look at me with the grip. We're going to create content that's going to serve us for the following 12 weeks today. Well, not today, you have a week to do it. We're going to be, look, not playing here. We're going to be spending the next 2 weeks creating and chopping up your content. We're going to be, you know what, let me in a sec, let me spin, like it's literally 20 seconds of Gary V. 20 seconds of remember Oliver the octopus? We all saw the video, I'm pretty sure. There's a clip, maybe I don't have to show you, but I'll put it in. It's literally 20 seconds where we create a piece of pillar content, which is 10 to 15 minutes. Then we cut that up into image, audio, and video clips. That's what we're going to be doing for the first 2 weeks. Week number 1, today, we are creating the raw file, the raw content. I'm going to talk about levels of expertise, and I'll talk about levels of content. Some of you are at a level that are beyond me. You are. You're more comfortable in front of the camera. I'm pretty awkward. I got to tell you, still today. I'm getting better though, and that's what matters. Get better and better and better. I'm not at the comfort level of a professional. I'm not. Not yet. If it looks like I am sometimes, well, that's good. But I'm so much work to do. So the reason I'm saying that is because many of you, who here, well, let's see. Who? Did I wake you up? Who is comfortable with doing content? I already know. And who is fearful of doing content? I'm a bit of both. Okay, so for some of you, this will be a piece of cake. For some of you, this will be so hard. This will be the hardest thing you've ever done for some of you. Public speaking is actually one of the hardest things to do. So the reason I'm saying that is because I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I cannot cater to every individual person here. I'm going to just go every week to week to week. I'm going to go with what I'm doing for me. There's going to be some super advanced. You're going to learn today about how to create a level 10 piece of content. And you're going to learn how to create a level 1 piece of content. There's many levels in between. What the homework will be today, I'm doing the homework with you guys because I'm in fact doing this. We're going to create a level 1 piece of content, and please just step out of your comfort zone. We're going to try to create a level 10 piece of content. Level 10 is ninja level. It's expert level. It's extremely hard to do. I'm having a hard time with it, as you will see. So I've been in this game for a while. If I'm having a hard time with it, it's hard. Many of you will be struggling with the level 1 piece of content. Now remember, this is crucial that you take action here. I'm not going to come after you. I'm not. When you have individual needs, this is why we're meeting one-on-one, most of us. I don't know if all the sessions are booked. We'll look into that next week. And I'm pretty sure if they're not all booked, well, there's probably openings. I have no idea. I haven't looked. Who's booked? Who booked some time with me? This will, if they're not booked, that's a good thing, kind of, because as we move forward, this is when people are going to want to book. Right now, people are like, I know what you're like, because I'm like that too. I'm like, I got this. But as we move along, you may say, I do not know how to run a YouTube live with a premiere as if I'm actually live when I'm not live. I could be on the beach sipping a margarita or a pina colada. We're gonna do this next week. I'm teaching you guys how to upload a video on YouTube so that you have a premiere going and you're live when you're not live. And we're not using any software like OBS or anything. Something like that, which is crazy valuable. Could you imagine? I'm going live every Thursday at 8 p.m. And what you do is you film 8 videos and you upload them all to YouTube, and you make sure they go live at certain times, and they are live on YouTube. YouTube makes them look live. That's crazy. It's way better than Facebook. You don't even have to be home. You book them all, and then you're gone. It's like, oh, let's go tune in to Mark. He's live every Thursday at 8 p.m. if that's your time. So you come in, you do 8 videos, upload them. They're going to release live at those times, and you can be anywhere you want. That's friggin' crazy. Thank God for that. That's insane. I never knew about this. So something like that, it's tricky. It's tricky. It's not tricky. It's tricky for some. It was tricky for me. I didn't even know it existed. I'm like, this is insane. So for something like that, these are things that you'll be like, okay, I need to book a half hour with Mark. Those are the things. Things like that. Maybe, maybe not. Done. I just want to say I'm going to go. If it's a little advanced, hang on tight. And just do the best you can. Why do we need to do the work as we go along? And why am I doing this in bite-sized pieces, this whole 12 weeks? Many of you, once again, it's going down to the levels. Many of you will say, is that it? Is that all we get this week? Is that all I want more. I already know how to do all this stuff. Well, then do it again. Okay? We have to build the bricks. Some of you will run. Some of you, it'll take a week before you have the courage to get in front of the camera. Support each other. If you did your video in 2 seconds, you can brag about it and show off and go, I'm already done, da, 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 da. That's not very impressive to others, just for the record, gloating. I do it. I'm guilty of it. I'm catching myself. It's good to be humble. But if you do get your work done and it was super easy for you, I had that problem a lot in programming school, just so you know, in programming class. I was like, I'm all done. I'm like, I'm done. What's taking you guys so long? Not cool. It doesn't come off as cool. Now what you want to do is probably help others in the group, okay? If you do that, you come off as really cool. You're very well liked and appreciated. So we're taking the speed we're taking. If it's slow to some, I'm sorry. If it's fast to some, I'm sorry. Today, We're going to create two pieces. I'm going to teach you how to create two pieces of content. Level 1, level 10. Then I'm going to show you how to upload them to YouTube as an unlisted video. Don't make these public. That's next week. Then we're going to share your video in the group. How does that sound for today? Are we cool with that? Okay. I'm going to go right on ahead and I'm going to show you the differences between level 1 and level 10 content. Then I'm going to share with you my level 1 and my level 2. And then I'm going to come out and I'm going to talk about an affiliate opportunity, because do you guys want to kill the affiliate program, or do you want to keep inviting people in? I had an idea, but I need you guys to approve. I'm going to drop it right now. I'm going to drop it right now because people are now starting to contact me. They're like, well, you're starting and you already started? I got messages this morning. I'm like, you know, it's pretty well too late now. So here's what I was thinking. Some people are going to want to keep coming in after we started. Well, I know it's going to happen, especially once they don't see me online anymore and they contact me and I'm like, sorry, I'm in the Laboom Squad. How do I get in? It's going to happen. It's obviously, usually it happens once people start things, oddly enough. People like showing up late or coming in later, trying to get special access to sneak in. So what do you guys think? Do you want me to keep the affiliate thing open? Because here's what I was thinking. Anyone in now, that's it. We have no more affiliates. I'm not setting anyone else up, okay? That's for sure. This is a good thing if you're in here tonight. That means you're the only affiliates, which means if you bring in Kathy or Debbie, or I'm just making up names, tomorrow or today, I'm going to keep the affiliate page up. You still get your PayPal stuff and all that stuff. They still get plugged in. They come into the group, but they're not going to be an affiliate. Are we okay with that? Are we cool with that? That's got to be a rule. I want to put a stop to that. You know why? Because I'm thinking about this. If we offer this first session, it's going to be super valuable tonight. It already is, in my opinion. I kind of outlined where we're going. We're working. If people see this, if I make this, just this one session available to the public, here's what I could do for you affiliates. I could put an email capture on the page because I only have to manage you guys. How would you guys like to have an email capture on the affiliate page with a portion of this video, this training, and say, if you want the whole first session for free of the Laboom Squad, put in your email this time. And then you get their email in your leads. You guys want that? I think it's a good idea. I think it's a hell of a lead bait. I think it's a hell of a lead bait. You want the first session that everyone paid for to get? It's about creating content, the 10 levels of content. I'll make a little pitch video. I'll put it up there. If you want it, put your email here. So then you get the email lead. I'm gonna turn it into a capture page where it will go to your email. Let's cover that now. Do you guys want that? Do you guys want me to integrate that? I think it's a good idea. Yeah, you guys down? We'll keep it open. Okay. So by next week, I'm going to go through. Beautiful. We're doing it. We're doing it. So I have your emails already. Just refresh the page in the following week and you'll notice if someone puts their email in, you're going to get their email. And so will I, of course. Okay, that's done. So we don't have to revisit that at the end. What I'm going to do now, let's share my screen and share the different levels of content and examples of them. Here we go. Ready? Let me know when you see my screen, please. Okay, can you guys see my screen? It says level 1 content and level 10 content. Okay, I'm going to rifle off the differences. Now remember, level 10 is super, super advanced. I'm going to ask you to step out of your comfort zone, but right now I just want to go through the differences. And there are many levels in between, but we got to go through the level 10 because it's extremely advanced. And here we go. Level 1 content, the star is you. So you are who we feature in the content. You're going to see this through my content. In other words, the hidden call to action is you. We are selling you in that level 1 content. Level 10, when I say level 1 to level 10, remember that's levels of advancement or expert level. It's expert level. There's a lot of subconscious stuff going on in level 10 where the star is actually your product or service, but it's not a blunt or a blatant pitch. So the star of this type of content is what it is you're selling. So I'm going to put star is your product or service. I'm going to put secretly because you're pitching in a subconscious way. Okay, so let's go back to level 1 content. Level 1 content is not edited, or would I say unedited? Yeah, unedited. I have trouble with that word. Unedited. Unedited. Non-edited. So it's kind of like on the fly content, as you will see. Level 10 content is edited for perfection. When I say perfection, it's because it's more ninja. There we go. It's more ninja. On the surface, they may look almost the same, but there's much more specific there's many more specific details in level 10, so it's edited. I'll say for perfection. I know nothing is perfect. However, it's almost perfect once we're done with it. Okay, so now let's go to level 1, the result, the tip, the trick, the piece of value you're giving is usually for future results, such as conquering your fears. So something like conquering your fears, if you give steps or you give advice or you give something that's going to help someone, it generally doesn't help them while they're watching the video. It may change their mindset, but the actual results will come in the future. Or they'll say, you know what, I was listening to what Bob or Kathy was saying, and I'm going to use this right now to conquer my fears. So that's what I mean by future results. Now, what's the difference from level 10, expert level content? These are instant results. And when I say instant results, I mean while they are watching the video is instant. I don't mean after they get off and do the thing. This is why this is ninja content. Instant. I'm going to put this in caps. Instant results. This is very hard to do. I'm going to do it tonight, but I've never really been able to nail this too often. And when I have nailed it, where people watch the video and they're like, oh my God, that just worked for me, like immediately. You got me type thing. It worked. When you can do that, whew, that is powerful. So I will put instant results through the video itself. Okay. So next is, are you guys aware of what story stitching is? Story stitching, it's a term I came up with maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. It's when you integrate a piece of yourself into the video. So if the video is about conquering your fears, well, then you would share a story about you where, I remember one time at band camp, that was a joke. I remember one time when I was scared to do something and then I followed these 5 steps and then I was able to conquer it. It was the craziest thing. I can't believe I did it and it worked. So that was kind of a weird voice. I have no idea who I was doing an impression of there, but you guys get the idea? This is where you would story stitch. Usually it works very well for level 1 content because you are on the fly. Sometimes you just push the record button, as you will see with myself. You'll be like, oh, I have an idea. This reminds me of a time where I faced my fears and I conquered them. So I'm going to just film like a tip for my content. I'll do level 1 content right now. So you do want to story stitch. It's extremely important. In level 10 content, It's always good to story stitch, but in level 10 content, if it takes away from the goal of making the product or service the star, story stitching is not it's not a priority. So not story stitching not required. Let me explain in a sec here. Story stitching not required, but it's always good. That goes without saying. Now, why is it not required? Why is it required here? Because remember, the star here is you. You are selling you. So when you story stitch, when you say a story about yourself, it brings them back to you. They start to buy into you. Here, since it's a product or service, you're not going to blatantly pitch. Like I said, you'll understand in a sec. Story stitching is not required. I understand they know, like, and trust people that they'll buy from, which is you. So it's okay, but not required. I hope that's clear. The priority shifted, right? The star is different. And remember, there's a lot of levels in between. These are not set in stone. There is a plethora of different levels and types in between. I love that word, plethora. So here we go. What else? Let me see. What type of content in level 1? Well, the type of content is going to be something that is success driven. That's what we're going to work with in these 12 weeks. So let's say you're a real estate agent. We're not going to do niche specific content throughout this boot camp. We're going to do success driven content. So success could be a better life, better health, a better mindset. These things apply to everybody. This is how we get some type of virality and we reach new audiences through common problems that people may be having. I like to say to have a better life, quite frankly, to have a better life. But really, it's anything that's helped you with success in any way. I hope that makes sense. So that content should be success driven for the purpose of this boot camp. Now, in this case, you're trying to stay away from the niche, okay? You're trying to stay away from the niche because you will be hitting the niche here. Let me explain. Success driven, I call it better life content, and it's important that it is something that you have gone through. Why is that important? Because it's important because you're going to need to story stitch. Okay, there we go. Level 10 content. Okay, this is where it gets really ninja. This content, you will be subconsciously pitching your product. You won't be pitching it in this video. You're just collecting people here. But you want to plant a seed. So how would I say that? I would say that planting a seed. You're planting a seed in their minds. You're planting a seed for a future sale. Now this is really tricky. An example would be if you're selling a weight loss product, you don't want to say buy my weight loss shake. You want to say here is how to lose 50 pounds in 2 months. That's something I've done. I could do that if I was selling a weight loss product. You're going to see in my example, I sell something, it's a happy drink. It's a hormone drink. You're going to see in my example of content that I'm actually not talking one bit about the happy drink. I'm doing a content video on how to get the happy hormones in your body non-synthetically. So in other words, here's what I actually do. I follow all these rules, as you will see. I give them instant results. I'm going to make all of you happy in a second when I share my content with you, but I follow all these rules. So my level 1 content, I talk about myself. I give future results about breaking your fears. I share a story of mine in there, and it's about getting a better life by facing your fears. You'll understand once I share with you the little video I made. I did it on the fly as well. Level 10, The star is the product or service, but secretly I don't mention it, as you will see. I will be selling a happy drink, and so will my team, and you will be using this strategy too because it's crazy. So what we do here is I subconsciously do that by saying, how would you like to be happy right now? Let me do it to you. It's edited, so I take cuts. It's got to be perfect. This is a very, very technical process. It's a very detailed. It's detail driven. It's got to be accurate. I give them instant results, as you will see. I make them happy on the video. They're like, oh my God, that actually worked. I don't even story stitch. Well, you can. It's actually more powerful. We'll get into that in a sec. And I'm planting, not plating, planting a seed for the future sale. So the next video, what I'm going to do is, hey, it's me again. Remember, I'm the guy who made you happy? I don't say that, but they're going to know. Oh, yeah, let's see again. That's the guy who helped me release those, those endorphins, whatever I do in the video. Remember, no call to action here, none. And then in the second one, I go, well, sometimes I can't get myself to be happy, so I synthetically do it. So I'm setting them up for the sale. So I hope that's pretty clear in the two. They're not two types of content. Those are the two extremes of content. Got it? Cool? Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is, before I come back out, did you guys take this down? Let me see if I'm missing anything. I don't believe I'm missing anything, guys. I think that's perfect. That's perfect. I got it all here, so I don't need all these rows. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I shouldn't be doing this on this. We want to have the most efficient time on these trainings. So there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you level 1 content. Then I'm going to come back out to you, and I'm going to plug in level 1 content right now. Then I'm going to come right back out. Okay, here we go. Hey guys, being fearful can be physically dangerous. It can cause you bodily harm. How's that for a headline? I want to show you guys something. Caution. Dog owners. This is in my condo. This is the sign that's up. Roscoe was just attacked by 2 dogs from 400 Britannia Road. One broke its leg and the other was free. Very scary. No injuries, thankfully. Okay. Roscoe got attacked before. He got attacked 3 times before. Roscoe is the most fearful dog I've seen, understandably so. I'm going to paint a pretty crazy picture here, so hang on tight. We're going to go to the boardroom because I don't want anyone hearing this. Roscoe goes out with her owner. It's his, I guess Roscoe's a male. I always thought it was a female. I don't know why I would say that, because most of the females I know are pretty damn fearless, actually. It's true. It's a lot of males that are more fearful in my world. Fearful to take action. So that's a whole other topic. I'm going to talk about Roscoe here because it's out of Roscoe's control. Roscoe got attacked. Well, one time I remember a pit bull tore the chunk out of his leg. He's got the scar to prove it. And now the owner's fearful as well. So they go out, and not only does Roscoe continue to get attacked, but he continues to get attacked frequently. The owner goes out with a weapon. The owner goes out with a weapon. It's not a gun, but it's a spear, understandably so once again. Now, why is Roscoe getting attacked more often and quite frequently when other dogs in this condo are not? They're taking the same walks. Has nothing to do with the path they take. I'll tell you that right now. Do you think they're going to walk down the same path or the same direction? Obviously, I talked to the owner. The owner said, we're taking a whole different way, but it's like Roscoe magnetizes to be attacked. And he, in fact, does. There's little chihuahuas in here. There's, who is it? Chico and little Chico. Little Chico. I'll show you guys Chico one day. The fearless little dog. He's like a little honey badger. Nobody attacks Chico. Little thing is the size of the palm of my hand. It's a fear thing. Now dogs, once attacked, I'm sure they can't control that. They're not like adaptation machines like human beings are. They can't use their brains the same way we can. But I'll tell you something. We will attract more harm on ourselves the more fearful we are. I'm going to give you guys an example. I really will. When I used to run with the bad crowd, I used to be a distributor of questionable product, okay? Let's call it flour. Hint, hint, okay? In that world, it was pretty damn rough. I was a pushover. I was extremely fearful. I've had a gun to the back of my head. I've been in that world for a temporary amount of time, thank God. It led me to incarceration, and from there I cleaned up things. I got straightened up pretty darn quick after that. Had my slips and all that stuff, but overall that was that's kind of like a defining moment I don't really talk about in my story, but I think it's very important here because every time little Roscoe goes out, he's attracting the attacks by being fearful, just like we are. Because when I was a pushover in that world, I paid the price. I got slapped around pretty bad, pretty darn bad. But then when I stood up for myself, I got slapped upside the head pretty good one time. After that, I got my respect. It was crazy. Whoa, are we out of battery? I hope not. I'm going to close it up quick. So when I went to jail, the first day I showed up there, I made it a point, even though it was one of the most fearful experiences, holy crap. And I went to like a pretty mellow yellow jail. I went to Valtitro in Hull. So no maximum security, but nevertheless, I got 42 prisoners that don't know who I am. And there's some interesting stuff happening in there. I'll leave that with that. It's not a fun place, especially on day one when you've never been in a place like that and you know you got to be there for a little while and you're all alone. I made a decision. I'm a pretty big guy. Nobody knows me. I'm a pretty big guy. I had two choices. I can either show my real emotions, which were, pardon my French, which were scared shitless, or I could be fearless. I could take the hit. Let's go. I did it like in the Hollywood movies. I'm not even kidding you. I went in like a bandit. I went in rough, tough, completely opposite to who I am. And instantly, boom, I got respect. It was unbelievable. I had to get a little physical, but was it worth the price? Absolutely. So the lesson here is, even if you're going to feel the fear in whatever you do. And the more fearful you are, the more of that you will attract. And you're going to get caught in a slippery slope of being afraid to get on the phone. The simplest things. So face your fear, bust it through as uncomfortable as it is, and as cliche as this sounds. By being fearful, you will attract more fear. So bust out of it. Let's leave you with this quote. Feel the fear, but do it anyways. Love you all. Mark Lalone signing off. I will see you all on social media. Okay, am I back? Am I good? Pretty cool. I mean, I love it. I love the different levels. Was that clear, the levels? And was it clear how I demonstrated level 1 content, on the fly content? Pretty clear, right? So you're going to have to do that. You guys okay with that? Yes, you are. You don't have to do anything. You know what I mean. So with the dog, with the fear video you just saw, do you guys see how I was the star of the show? I was a star. You understand the differences between, obviously, level 1 and level 10. Level 10 is crazy hard to do. We're going to do that now. But level 1, I was the star of the show. It was for future results, conquering your fears in the future. Use these tips. Non-edited. It was not edited. Sometimes that's easier. It's sometimes creating the level, well, it is easier. Level 1 content's easier than level 10 content. Editing your stuff and have it more rehearsed and scripted is freaking hard. It's hard for me. I find it easier to just go on. I don't know. How do you guys feel? What do you guys think is easier? Doing, like you saw level 1, you're about to see level 10. What do you think is easier? It's level 1. Isn't it level 1 where you have bullet points, or you have an idea and you just talk and share a bit about yourself? It's so much more natural. But if you can make level 10 have the look and feel of level 1, you're a professional. People are going to seek you out just to teach you how to do this. Okay? So now, no, I want to go. I story stitched. Maybe it's not the most. I have a real problem with story stitching because sometimes I go a little too deep. Sometimes. You get carried away, right? Would you guys agree? Would you guys agree that sometimes you say, I'm going to tell them a little bit about something, and then once you get going, you're like, oh shoot, maybe I'm saying too much. You get caught up in the story. But you're paying a price, but people like it. They do. They just do. Sometimes, yeah, it's, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop because of what's coming up here. And it's success driven, conquering your fears. So now you ready to see me do a level 10? Now level 10 is raw. I want to be clear on this. Level 10 is what we're going to edit and break up next week. We're also going to do, we're doing 2 pieces of content. We're going to play with both, because once you can use the Octo content model on what you just saw, the short little level 1 content, and once you use the Octo model on the level 10 content, well, you're going to be so skilled in this that you'll be able to create a piece of content no matter what level it's at. It could even be just you on the fly taking a walk, talking about how they got shoes on sale, and you've been a shoe fan forever, and sometimes it's not the best decision to spend $2,000 on a pair of shoes if you're struggling. It may be better to buy, you know what I mean? So sometimes they'll just come out and you'll push record on your camera. So that would be a bit of both if you sell shoes. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be able to apply the content model to any type of content, even on the fly content, which is usually the funnest, but you'll be able to apply it because we're doing it to 2 pieces. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go level 10. Disclaimer. My product and service is, my product is a chemical inducing drink for happiness. So with that being said, consider that when you do yours. Try to use something that you actually are selling. Try to use that. It can be tricky, but you can, this is why there's work. There's, hey, I'm going to show you guys the notes. This is no joke. Look at this. Like I got big time notes on the content you're about to see. How to induce happy hormones. Look, these are notes. You're gonna have to prepare and do a bit of research on this, because you have to, let me just run the clip, and you're gonna see that I do in fact, in level 10, it's raw. I want this to be raw. I want you guys to submit, and this is important. Some of you are going to do it all in one shot. I know some of you are extremely good. I can't do it in one shot. I can't. I'm not that talented at all. So I break it up. I screw up. I use this. Like, I clap when I screw up so that when I edit the video after, which I'll show you how to do next week, we can use YouTube to edit too. So we don't need to, you don't need to get fancy software. Another bonus, you won't need to buy extra stuff. But I clap a lot because that's where I cut the video and it's easier to find it to find the big sound wave. So I do that a lot. If I screw up, I go, hi, my name is Mark Malone, blah, 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 and I get lost in my thoughts. I go, hey, my name is Mark Malone. So this is what a raw video is. For those of you that are extremely talented and you go the whole way through, it's okay to look at your pages too, as you'll see. Well then, good. That's raw. Still, it's raw, but you don't have any editing to do. Well, you're going to have to edit because you're going to want to put a call to action. We'll go through that next week. This week is all about the raw video. Now, if some of you are eager beavers, I know you're going to do it anyways, but I'm going to ask you, it's better if you don't, for the sake of others. I'm just saying it. I'm not gonna slap hands. I'm not doing anything. You guys are in the closed group. You guys can debate amongst yourselves. I'll go in, I'll chime in, but I'm not gonna be like, don't post to that, or no, forget it. We're all grown-ass adults. We're gonna enjoy our time in there, and I'm gonna observe, and I'm gonna see. Just don't put links. Don't pitch links, because that's gonna make others unhappy. I couldn't care. I couldn't care. Honestly, I couldn't. I'm not gonna step in much. But here's why I'm saying that. If you create your raw version and you're like, well, I can edit it now. I know how to edit it. I'm gonna submit my edited version. I recommend I would rather you don't. You know why? Because it could scare others off. Not scare others off, but it's gonna make people say, I can't do that now. Like, it's too much. You don't want to do that now, even if you can do that now. I know you may want to show off. Nobody likes to show off, but everybody likes to show off. You may say, oh, look, I'm going to show them. I could do this, I could do that. That's okay if you want. It's better if you don't. What I'm saying is, I would like to see raw versions. And you can edit it, but save it for next week in the group. And again, that's not a rule. It's just a high recommendation, okay? And I want to see the raw versions. I think they're incredible. Raw versions are super cool. I get to see you compose yourself. You learn a lot more from the raw version, as you'll see with me. In my raw version, I'm a mess. Sometimes I'll take a whole minute pause just to compose my thoughts. And this is not for the public to see, but this is for us to see. Clear? Is that cool? So let's go through, let me plug it in, and then we're going to go through it, and then we're going to get to it. We're going to get to work, okay? We have work to do. This is pretty quick, very efficient webinar. I'm very happy with it. So here we go. I'm plugging in my raw version of level 10 content. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to induce happy hormones into someone else. Now, why would you want to induce happy hormones into someone else? Well, here are a couple of benefits for you. They will like you more. They will perceive you as more generous. They're going to trust you more. And they're going to bond with you more right on jump. So what's in it for them if you induce happy hormones into them? They'll be more focused, they'll be more motivated. They'll be more focused, they'll be more motivated, and they will have better memory. Now let's be clear here. These are naturally induced happy hormones that I'm going to teach you how to induce into someone else. That's good. That's good. That's all I want to do. So instead of just teaching you how to do this, I'm going to do it to you. No, stop. So instead of just teaching you how to do this to someone else, a lot of videos do that. I'm going to do it to you right now. I will induce happy hormones naturally through the power of video to you, but I need your permission to do so. So how do I get your permission through video? Well, if you're still listening to me, it means you grant me permission to do so. If you want to keep watching me and you don't want me to do it, you must block your ears, okay? Do I have your consent? So here's the warning. By the time I'm done with you in a couple of minutes, I will have induced dopamine, I'll have induced oxytocin, and I will have induced endorphins into you. Okay, so let's get started with dopamine. I'm going to share with you, I'm going to start by Okay, so let's get started with me inducing dopamine into you right now, and I'll do it through storytelling. I'll share with you a story that just recently happened to me about 2 weeks ago. This is going to improve your focus, this will improve your motivation, and this will improve your memory. Let's do this. Okay, for a long time I've been teaching people how to sell more of their stuff. And I got myself on LinkedIn not too long ago. I was active on LinkedIn for probably, I'll say a couple of months, pretty actively. Moved from Facebook, went to LinkedIn. And LinkedIn just blew me away. Let's face it, I'm getting calls every second day, maybe third day for speaking engagements. And I remember when I was on LinkedIn in the past, that's how I got a speaking engagement at the Westin Hotel in my hometown, on the top floor. It was insane. I stepped out of my comfort zone. I went and I spoke. And it was unbelievably natural once I got the mic in my hands. So I was kind of like in a zone in that moment in time. But afterwards, it was crazy. People contacted me. I became a better person. I became a better speaker. So I went off LinkedIn after that because I was focusing on Facebook. Recently, I went back on LinkedIn. Sure enough, I've been getting offers. The second day I was on LinkedIn, I went to Toronto because I got an offer to speak in Toronto for a pretty huge sales company. That's the power of LinkedIn, yo. Pretty crazy. I went for 2 days to speak. So when I got to the agency, it's an agency that trains their sales team. So they have trainers that train their sales team. No pressure, right? I was super pumped up. It ended up being one of the worst days of my professional career, but I had no idea it would be, which is probably why, if you know me on social media, you've heard nothing of this. It was a complete and utter disaster, but I'm going to share it with you right now what happened. I show up in the office space. They set me up with the hotel and everything. It was beautiful. Beautiful, like chocolate Moroccan brown hotel with all these fancy like shower fixtures, and it was primo, total VIP. That doesn't add any pressure, right? But here's the thing. I was pitching a training program that I would go do live every month. So I just pop in once a month, train their sales team. So I show up. The lady's name was Catherine, the one who caught me on LinkedIn. I meet up with her, super sharp. Yes, I didn't wear a tie, but I was dressed up. I had a jacket, I had a dress shirt, talking a big gig here. So a lot of connections can be made through this. And it also pushes me further, right? It's a huge opportunity. Stepped out of my comfort zone, but felt totally comfortable with the whole thing until Catherine points at the room and she says, "You see that room right over there?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "You see those 3 guys right there?" I go, "Uh-huh." 3 dudes, guys. They were crazy serious. Brush cuts, all 3 of them. They looked like ex-military. As a matter of fact, they were ex-military. They were the executive, they were the owners, the founders of the sales company. It was crazy stuff. Heart started going, and she says to me, she says, "They want nothing to do with what you're about to pitch them. They want nothing to do with it." I'm like, "They want nothing to do with it?" She said, "They want nothing to do with it, Mark, but I had to get you here because I knew that you'd be able to change their minds." These guys are hardcore. They are ex-military. That's insane. I was like hearts pumping now, as you can imagine. And she says, "Go ahead, work your magic." I'm like, "Why did you bring me here?" And she said, "Because our sales team needs this. We all believe in what you do. We've seen your stuff online. We know that you can help us make more sales. Now you just have to convince them." My palms, guys, started sweating. It was insane. The sweat just started, literally, have you ever had sweat drip from your palms? That's what it felt like. And then it gets a lot worse. As I'm about to go in, they're sitting there staring at me. It's a whole glass front window. As I'm about to walk in, Catherine literally grabs me by the arm. She goes, "Oh, and one more thing." And she tells me the following. Okay, what I've just done there is I've actually induced dopamine. Dopamine, you're feeling dopamine now. Are you frustrated? I'm not telling you what Catherine told me. Are you frustrated? Are you like, "Come on, I want to, what did she say?" Is that what you're feeling? Well, that's it. Do you feel more focused on what I was saying? Are you more motivated? Do you have more, is your memory more acute? That right now, guys, is the feeling of dopamine going through your brain. That's the feeling of dopamine, okay? How did I do that? How did I do that through storytelling? I created suspense and I had a cliffhanger. So that's how you can induce dopamine in someone, okay? Are you with me? I hope so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of this and I'm going to induce oxytocin. This is a beautiful hormone. Are you ready for this? Here we go. I need your permission. This is a pretty intense one. Oxytocin is the love hormone. Oxytocin is for you to trust me more and for you to bond with me. I have to create empathy and I have to be perceived as more human, more relaxed. So let's do this, okay? A lot of you don't know this about me, but some of you actually do. I guess the news kind of got out. Did you guys know I have a daughter? I have a daughter. Her name's Maria. Maria's 13. So this happened 9 years ago when we were expecting a second child. Again, you may or may not know this, but you probably don't know about this part because this I've never shared online. Stephanie, which is who I was with at the time, she was pregnant. We were pretty pumped up about it. And Maria was the most pumped up. So this is 9 years ago. So Maria's 5 years old. She's totally psyched about, getting a sibling. And we went through the process of getting things checked out with the ultrasound, all that stuff. And I'm going to keep this one pretty short because I'm very uncomfortable with this one. I'll make it really short. As we were looking at the graph, we noticed that there was nothing really moving. There was nothing happening inside of Stephanie, and there was no heartbeat. So we lost our child that day. This was 9 years ago, and can you imagine the feeling that I had to go through, the feeling that I had having to tell my 5-year-old daughter that she's not going to have a sibling? So how do I get over this? I get over this by sharing it once in a while with people like you. And that should have released oxytocin. You should feel the emotions of generosity, trust, and you should be bonding with me. Now, these are stories for examples, guys, just so you know. Okay, so now you have that feeling of oxytocin. Again, these are examples because I need to induce these feelings from you, and you don't know me. This is through a video. So I created empathy. I appeared to be more human, which made you bond more with me. And did that happen? Do you have that feeling of oxytocin going through you right now? So if you do, which you should, I've induced 2 hormones in you right now, non-synthetically. Pretty cool, right? So I will go to the last one, endorphins. Endorphins, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a video with you because it's a, it'll prove the point. I'm going to share a video with you of a lady that has overdosed on endorphins, and by watching her overdose on endorphins, it's going to, I'm going to show you a lady that's overdosed on endorphins and is going to induce endorphins into you. I'm going to watch her with you, and I will get the endorphins feeling myself. I'm going to watch her with you, and then it'll release endorphins into me as well at the same time as this whoa, tongue twisters. I'm going to watch her with you, and it's going to induce endorphins into me as it's inducing endorphins into you at the same time. And everybody loves that happy hormone. So let me plug her in, and here we go.
Kevin, I take you
Kevin, I take you
to be my husband
to be my husband
from this time
Okay,
on,
here we go.
from this time onward,
to join with you
to join with you
and to share
and to share
all that is to come,
all that is to come,
to give and to receive,
to give and to receive,
to speak and to listen,
to speak and to listen,
to inspire and to respond. Are you speaking or listening?
You're the priest. Oh, poor guy.
to speak and to listen,
To inspire and to respond,
to inspire and to respond,
and in all circumstances.
and in all circumstances
Of our life together.
I'm sorry, of our life together. Of our life together
loyal to you
to be loyal to you
with my whole life
with my whole life
and with all my being
and with all my being
until death parts us.
until death parts us.
Evil. Evil woman.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I need some padding. Okay, stop you. Okay, so let's wrap this up with. So I have just successfully, hopefully, successfully induced dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins into you right now in this video. So let's round it up so that you can induce endorphin. No. So let's wrap it up so that you. So let's wrap it up by stating that you can induce happy hormones into anyone so that they like you more, they perceive you as more generous, they will trust you more, they will bond with you, and on top of that, you're helping them get more focused, more motivated, and get a better memory, all naturally. Very good. Okay. That's it. So if you want. Yeah, that's it. Don't repeat that. You don't need to repeat that. That's it. That's perfect, actually. That's perfect, actually. Feel free to. I hope you enjoyed the video, and more importantly, guys, I hope you use this strategy. It really, really, really works. If you want to. Feel free to click the link in the description if you want to see more of my content. I've got over 300 pieces on my website, and I release some new content every single day for you to have a better life. Just kind of made that up, but is that the category I would put this in? For now, yeah. And we'll see how that goes. Mark Lalone signing off, and have an amazing day. Bye-bye now. There we go. Let's see if we can work with that. I think we got everything. Okay, I'm back, right? Hello? It was pretty brutal, eh? I mean, it was pretty brutal, my setting up, getting into the role. It's almost like, did it work on you guys? Did my stories hit home? I want to know with you guys first. This is a good test group because you never really know. Did it release those hormones out of you, my stories? And the girl laughing there at the wedding thing, did it work? Because if it worked on you guys in the raw version, imagine how well it will work in the cut up version. Because you don't see me thinking, creating details and kind of trying to add some color to the story. And plus, I'm not an actor either. An actor would nail that stuff and make you cry. You'd be bawling in your chair. Well, that's why actors make so much money. They can move. They create your emotions. You watch Robin Williams, you're laughing. It depends, but you know what I mean. I'm not an actor, so I don't know. Did it work? Did you guys get those emotions? That's the goal. That's the goal. That was the goal. Now I know if you're doing a weight loss product. Now I did everything in that video. I tried to do everything. The star is the product or service, even though I didn't pitch it yet. I planted the seed of those hormones. So in the next video, what am I going to do? I'm going to pitch. Make sense? Instant results, that's super hard to do though. That one, I went for it. I went for it. I said, I'm going to try and make it happen right now to these people. I'm going to try and make it a result right now. So like, oh my God, he actually did release those chemicals in my brain. Wow. It's like you see it with a lot of magicians do it. They get instant results, or they scare someone, or they, I tried to do it once before by teaching someone something, by saying, I got you. I made you do this because I did this. Instant results are super powerful, but super hard. So if you're selling weight loss, you can't really do that because no one can just lose weight in a second. You gotta get creative. So if it worked somewhat with you, it'll work really well and you get better at that. Planting a seed for a future sale, I did that. Edited for perfection, we're gonna do that next week. Story stitching, not necessary. Well, I kind of loosely did a lot of times. I don't want to get into what's extremely accurate or not, because in the video I did say I just said those stories. Did I say they were how real they were? Yeah, I did. I said they were for examples. I made sure of my wording. I'm going to review it, and if not, I'll inject it. There's one thing I didn't like it. You guys are probably asking, did that actually happen? No, it's a variation of something that I don't want to share. I got it from a trainer, but it's a variation of something. It's not. They're made for examples. The goal of those things were to induce the emotions, and I just don't think I could have done it without coming up with those. But I did say, I hope I said, I'll review it, but I did say I used these stories to induce those emotions. I don't think I could have had anything that would have actually been poignant enough. Done. That's it. That's the raw version. That's very advanced though, guys. It's extremely advanced. Who's willing to give that a shot? Now, level 10 is level 10 for a reason. Level 10 is because it's super hard to do. I mean, I'm not even sure if I'm happy with that, but I gotta move forward. The only way you get good at something is by just doing it. Believe me. I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing. It's true. On video, I gotta move forward and get better at it, okay? So, do we have all of that? I'm gonna upload to YouTube right now because that's your homework. Your homework is to create those 2 videos, upload them to YouTube. We're gonna do that right now so you see it on the screen. And then I'm going to show you how to upload it into the group, how to include it into the group, and let the first week begin, guys. It's big. It's a big job. What the assignment is. Who's down? Who's up for it? And are you guys okay with the affiliate page? Are you guys okay with what I said earlier on the affiliate page? Are we okay with all of that? Now I'm thinking, should I be real with you guys about what's going on with the daughter thing and my loss? Maybe I'll save those details for maybe at the end of the boot camp, if you're curious. Again, it's very personal stuff. I based those stories. Well, basically, I used a trainer used these stories to do this same thing. A trainer I found on YouTube. So I kind of use the same stories with a little bit of my story mixed in a little bit. Anyways, we'll see what you come up with. Actually, I can't wait to see what you come up with. And remember, you're not selling a happy drink. You want to try to cater it. Well, if you are selling a happy drink, I don't want this to be a pitch fest about that, but this is for my product or service. Keep that in mind. And let's just see what happens. This is how we learn. I'm going to see what you guys come up with. What happens? Let me see. So are we at the point where we upload these to YouTube? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload to YouTube Right now, I'm going to do the short one, the short video to YouTube. And do you guys know how to, yeah, I'm going to screen share because some of you may not know how to do it. Here's what else I'm going to do. I want to keep these fair. I don't want these to go 3 hours. So what I'm going to do is right now, tomorrow morning, there's going to be a lot of questions here today. I know, tons of them throughout the week. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to put a big post in our group that says, put your question here. And then what I'm going to do is, as the questions come through, I'm going to observe and see how you guys help each other on the questions. And I'm going to grab some. And I'm going to open up next week's show with that. Because I may have a different take on an answer. Okay? I may not be satisfied with the answers being given, or someone may not be, some questions may not be answered. So I'm going to include them into session 2. When we kick it off next Thursday, well, we're going to talk about the new affiliate page for 2 seconds. I'll show you that the email does go to you. I'll show you the videos I included, maybe a clip of this session. I will also do I'll answer a couple of QAs if I find they're relevant. And then we're going to cut up your raw content into native pieces, okay? We're going to begin that process. That's it. Ready? YouTube sharing, and then that's it, guys. Pretty awesome. I'm super happy about this. I'm super happy with this week. As a matter of fact, I can't wait to start cutting up my raw video. See what that looks like. One thing to note. We will have a very specific outro. Call to action. You see when my video, the level 10 video, when I said, I kind of got lost. I go, for more content on a better life, I think I said, for more content on a better life, I kind of got lost there. I'm like, should I guide them to my blog? Should I guide them to this? Would it be for more success? Would it be for more value? I kind of got lost there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have a clip that's going to go at the end of every video. A clip that's going to go at the end of every video. And I'm not going to make it like a spinning logo. I may do that too. You'll see tomorrow when we chop it all up and package it, okay? The first one, I will do that too. I will package it. So right now I'm going to upload to YouTube unlisted. Next week, we're going to cut it up, make it formatable. I'm going to have an intro. I'm going to have an outro. And in the outro, here's what I wanted to say. I can't say click the link in the description. We can't say that. Do you guys know why? Can you guys guess why? Guess why we can't say that? Because we need to use the audio for the podcasts. That is, in fact, a podcast episode. These are all going to be podcast episodes. And, hold on, let me get her. And flash briefings for Alexa. These are all going to, what we're doing here, by next week, we'll be ready to strip off the voice off that. And in voice, if you say, click the link in the description, it doesn't work. So you're going to have to say your blog URL. So we kind of went backwards a little bit. We were going to start with the blog, but that makes no sense. We're starting this journey with the bootcamp. So that's good. Let me share how to upload to YouTube. That'll take 2 seconds. Your homework is pretty clear. Is the homework clear? It's pretty intense homework for some of you. If the homework's clear, what I'll be seeing in the next week is a lot of YouTube links in the group to unlisted videos that go to level 1 content and level 10 raw content. Okay? Let's go. Let me know when you see my screen. Okay guys, before I upload a video to YouTube, I just caught myself. I'm on my YouTube channel, but I want to share with you guys this little clip because it'll demonstrate what we're going to turn this video. You see this here? This is our little 15-minute piece of content. 15-minute-ish, okay? Piece of content for the homework. Now this is what we're going to create from this is this. Here we go. 15-minute value video. I'm using Gary as an example. Here would be one of his 15-minute videos. That's the job done. From that video, we clip out what we call video clips. Those are clips from the original video that are approximately 2 minutes long. We add captions to the video clips, and these are used for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Now I want you to ignore the different clothing in these videos that Gary's wearing. I just grabbed these as examples of what we're doing, but in our case, of course, we'll have the same clothes on because we are in fact taking clips from the long form 15-minute video. Next, we take screenshots from the video. Once again, ignore Gary's clothing. We will have the same clothes on. So we take snapshots from the video and then we apply quotes to them. We refer to these as images because that's what they are. We use the images on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. Next, we strip the sound from the original video. And that sound file will be used for SoundCloud, iTunes, and Alexa flash briefings. So all of these pieces of content come from the original 15-minute video. That 15-minute video will be used for your YouTube, and it is the video that will be sitting on your blog. So by following and executing on the... Okay, yeah, see that? That's what we're going to cut up. That was not me speaking here live. That was just part of the Oliver video. But makes sense, eh, guys? This is going to be our edited video. So this will either be, we're going to do it to both, okay? We're going to do it to the level 1 content, and we're going to do it to the level 10 edited content. Pretty clear? So next week, we edit the first video and we start formatting it into these pieces, okay? Make sense? So now let me go to my YouTube channel and I'll show you how to upload your 2 videos. Video number 1 will be obviously your, if you do them both, I highly recommend you do them both, will be your level 1, which is unedited, and the next video will be your raw video, okay? Your raw level 10 video. If you can do them both, that'd be amazing. Okay, let me go there now. Okay, so here we go, here we go, here we go. So on your YouTube channel, okay, you're gonna have to open a YouTube channel. I'm not gonna go through a lot of the specifics on how to open up accounts, okay, guys? What you want to do for that is you want to go how to open a YouTube channel. Go there, and you got to be resourceful, okay, guys? You can figure that out. You can use Google as well. I love YouTube. I mean, they're connected. YouTube, same company. I like YouTube. How to open a Facebook account, same thing. How to open an Instagram. See? Okay, guys? So you have to be resourceful. We're not going to go through how to open an account through this bootcamp or this workshop, okay? If fair enough? I haven't said that in a while. Fair enough? Okay, guys? So, I mean, there's certain things, and if you need help with that, just we'll do it when you're with me. Like, we're all meeting anyways. I don't know if we're all meeting, but I'm pretty sure we all have a meeting together at some point. And if we don't worry about it. You'll have 3 months to book something with me or help each other. We're going to get through this, okay? So these are the kind of little things that we'll be doing when we meet. And remember, when we meet, have your questions ready, okay? I'm not going to talk like Gary Vaynerchuk and not shut up and interrupt you. I'm going to see what is it that we need to fix here. It's going to be so spontaneous based on what we need to address. And you can ask me anything as well, of course. If you haven't booked time with me, don't worry about it. There's a lot of spots left. We're less than 100 people in the workshop. So if you want to do that, though, you just go to askalone.com. We'll go through the process next week because I don't know. Let's go see. I think there's tons of room. You just go askalone.com, ASKLONDE.com/book. Go there, and you're going to see that there's probably some spots. There has to be spots available, I would think. I would hope. Yeah, you see. So you just grab a spot. If you want, the way this works, if you haven't heard, I'm taking half-hour meetings, and even though they say 1 hour, they're only half an hour. That's for padding. And then once you've done this, you must go to Askalone, ASKLALONDE. That's ASK, my last name, LALONDE/pay. And then what you do is, it's $25 per session. And you just click on however many sessions you booked. So if you booked like 1 per week over 12 weeks, you go here and it will just jump you to that link. If you booked 1 session, sometimes all you need is one. Just 1 session. Literally. And you book it like right at the end. Because you can go all the way down to the end of our boot camp. See, they're all open. They're all open. We're going to be fine. We're fine. I'm only doing 4 per day. Just a little gentle reminder. So when 4 do get booked, so see, here's a good example. On February 11th, got 1 session booked here, 1 session booked here. So if someone books like from 1 to 2, it says 2 hours, but it's only going to be 2 half-hour sessions. We'll crunch them up. If someone books 2 sessions, this whole row will get blanked out because I'm only doing 4 per day, max. Okay, guys? I hope that's clear. Now, let's go. Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, I thought I was clear. Let's go back to the YouTube channel. This is the upload button. Once you filmed your video, again, the specifics. I gotta grab some water, guys. Sorry. Just taking a sippy of water. There we go. Once you have your video ready to upload, again, be resourceful or ask in the group or bring it up when we talk. You upload it right here from your iPhone or from whatever you have it on. And you upload video. Now, here's what's important, or as Grant Cardone would say, important. Here's what's important. Go select your file. I'm gonna go, oh, we don't want that. That's my ID. I'm, still trying to, I'm working diligently with Facebook to get my account back. So we have, what do we have here? I want to go to, Laboom. I'll go to videos. I want to go to, I'm going to go media, and I want to go upload that dog video. The fear video, which is, here it is. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. It's going to start uploading. The important thing here, I got to let it upload. Darn, it's going to take a while. The important thing is, I got to let it upload, guys, because I got to show you guys the setting you need to do. In YouTube, you see how it says 10% here? We're going to get there, and I'll just ramble on. This is the link. Actually, I'll do this now. This is the link. Copy that. That's your link. See, YAAQIC, this link. Copy that. Then go into our group once it's uploaded to YouTube, which is members.laboomsquad.com. Enter. This is how you submit your homework for everybody in the group to see. You could say level 1 homework submission, something like that, and just write whatever you want. Just make it clear it's your level 1 homework submission. Then you click this little video link, and then what you want to do is you want to paste that. Okay, well, now it's not going because it's not uploaded. That's all. Uploading, upload 50%. I've got a lot of stuff open. I'll keep rambling on because what's going to happen is it's going to show up. Actually, you probably want to wait until it's submitted. That's what we're going to do. But you guys see how to do that? Very clear, right? It's as clear as I think we need to be right now. I'm going to wait till this uploads. And, oh yeah, a couple of things. Hey, no, not made for kids. You want to put that. That's important. That's not going to limit your viewership. And it's got to be checked. It's the COPPA Act, the Child Online Protection. I think I know it by heart, actually. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. It's a big deal. If you don't check one of these boxes, you have to check one of these boxes, okay? Which is, no, it's not made for kids. It's not. And it doesn't mean, I looked into this, guys. I had to. It's a huge deal. It's not because it's safe for kids. It's got nothing to do with, is it safe for kids? Is it made for kids? And it's not. So don't think this will limit your viewership, okay? More options, so we don't need to go into this. What we're going to do next week, okay, this is important. Next week, I'll show you how to run a live on autopilot, okay? So you don't have to be there like I talked about earlier today. So I'm going to go next. I'm going to go next. Here we go. This is what you need to pay attention to for the homework. See, we're going to use schedule next week. But right now, publish now. And what you want to do is you want to go unlisted, okay? And that's it. Done. Done. Okay, it's processing video. It'll take a few minutes. Okay, see it's 0% processed. I'm going to let it do its thing and come back here. I'll see if it picks up. No, it's not. Content warning. That's not, has nothing to do with my video. It has to do with, unless they didn't like something in it. You know what? There's always surprises, but no, it's not. No, it's not. It's because it hasn't been uploaded. That's exactly why. So I'm not going to wait around until that happens. Is everything clear? Are we pumped up? I'm friggin' pumped up. You know why? Because I'm on this journey with you. I'm going to work. I'm doing, well, first of all, I want to explain something because this is going to be crucial. Should I come back out? I'm just going to tell you. Ladyboss.com. The reason I'm going here is because Kaylin, she, not long ago, Kaylin was like you and me, like all of us. She was a nobody. Let me get the stats on her. I wrote them down. They're kind of fascinating. I'm getting them. They're here. Of course, I'm going to have trouble finding them because I want to find them. Isn't that always the case? And there is a lesson to be learned here, and I'm going to say it really quick. You know what? I can't find it, so I'm not going to dig forever. But what I will say is that Kaylin started just like us not long ago. I don't know, 5 years maybe. And the important thing about Kaylin that I really, really like is that she built her brand brick by brick. What do I mean by that? I mean, she was studying how to build her brand, and she would take action on one brick before even considering to look at what the next step is. So step one for her was make a video. So she didn't go, okay, I'm going to make a video and then I'm going to upload it and then I need to do this. Then what do I need to do? And then what about this? What do I do when I get to that point? She didn't even pay attention to that. She refused to look at the next chapter or take the next lesson or do any of that stuff until the first brick was done. So that's what I'm going to do. This is why I asked you guys to upload the raw version. There we go. We should be good now. I'm going to copy my link. Copy the link. We're going to go back. Still not going. Maybe I need to refresh the page. Maybe let it load. Content warning. Okay, well, we're going to see what that is. I'm not going to keep you on right now. I'll figure that out on my own. All kinds of pop-ups happening. But the point is, let's get week 1 done before we get ahead of ourselves. Okay, guys? And another thing, I love it when you guys teach. I love it when you guys take initiative and teach. But I want to be very clear here. I'm the only one that's teaching the Laboom Squad, just so you know. Like, a lot of you are going to take leadership roles, and I absolutely love that. But when you come to me, when we meet in person, and you tell me that, well, I did this because, I was supposed to do this way. I was told to do this. It's okay. That's good. But I'm the only teacher teaching this, just so you know. It's important. So you may see other things out there with recommendations to use certain software or to do things a certain way. You can do them, you can try them, but I don't vouch for the information out there unless it comes out of my mouth. Does that make sense? Is that cool? I'm not saying it's wrong. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of stuff out there that I don't even know about. I was on with someone the other day about a feature that I had no idea about. And I'm like, that's friggin' awesome. However, you have to figure that out yourself. I'm going to teach you stuff that I know works for a fact. That's what I'm saying is the curriculum in the Laboom Squad is only the curriculum from the Laboom Squad if I'm the one speaking it. Fair enough? We good? Okay. So now I'm going to go see what's up with that YouTube video. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in the group. Another thing I'm going to do, really quick, I got to say this. I'm going to put a post up tomorrow. There will be the question post with me pointing down. It'll say, any questions you guys have, put them here. And then we're going to get a thread going. And then anyone can answer questions within that thread. And I will bring them up, like I said, in the QA next week. Awesome, guys. Let's cut it. We're under, it doesn't really matter in this program, but I like to keep them short. So let's see what happens. We're on the journey. Love you guys. I'll see you next Thursday. The webinar link will be a new webinar link. It will be in this group. And usually I'm going to put it out the day before. Okay, so it'll be up there on Wednesday, which will be Wednesday, the 29th of January. Okay, let's see what you guys got. Okay, bye-bye now.
All right. Thank you, Mark. That was really, really awesome. Okay, so the next session will be session 2 of social media optimizing content. And so if you would join us for the next lesson, I'll see you there, and so will my mentor, Mr. Mark Lavone, the wealthy trainer. God bless him. And of course, God bless you.